were disciplined. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they had to do. Their lines were perfect. Everything about them looked very professional.
Well, yeah, I think they've been very, very well drilled. You know, as stated earlier, Donna Dolby, their coach, is an extremely good player, very tactical coach. South Africa got off to the start, but I think they'll be rather disappointed, they will be, that they didn't continue on. But as mentioned, Bruce, the fielding, the skill set from them Australian women, they were never going to let the South Africans go. The run chase has got to come. If one team can do it, the other one can too. Can South Africa now fight back and win the 2011 World Cup? And here we go now for the innings of the Australian team. Chasing 33 in this 2011 Women's World Cup. Blair to commence the over here for South Africa. Opening batsmen, Jude Coleman and Rebecca Cook. Welcome, Dino. How do you think this will go?
Mark, judging on the round-robin games, they've been quite tight. The obvious difference there is the runs have been around about the 100 mark. So 34 might be a little bit thin, but if South Africa fight like I think they can, hopefully it's going to be a close contest.
Yeah, I think you're right. South Africa have scored their 100 runs in the round robins. You know, the reason I'd say Donna Dolby, the coach, has sent these two in is they've averaged 36 for the tournament, these two batting together. Her plan will be to get them in, get the runs, take the pressure off everyone else.
Definitely. Although South Africa did have a positive start as well, it's a total that counts. The team batting second have a positive start. It's a mental block as well for the fielders because both scores are on the board and they know what they need to defend.
The length will be so important here by Blair. Katrina really does need to get this ball up. And he's well bowled.
Very well bowled. Well fielded as well. Close call again. Those kind of chances are going to make the difference for South Africa here. Not just obviously to bring the score down, but to lift their spirits and let them believe that they can do it.
And to get this fantastic crowd behind them, who have been fantastic all week. Oh, that's well bowled.
Wait for the background noise when that first wicket drops, Mark.
As stated, Coleman and Cook, as experienced as they are, will be quite relaxed. Oh, there was the chance. There was the chance. A great effort by Blair. A great effort to get across. They need to stick with South Africa. They need to stick to give them a chance.
Definitely. Especially with the score only being on 4. That wicket would have put that little dash that nobody likes seeing in the front of the score. So Australians look up at that scoreboard, seeing him minus, plays on the back of their minds.
And there it is.
And listen to that crowd go.
Brilliantly fielding there by Rennie. She's a tall girl as it is. She was the aggressive one when they opened up their innings. She's got up quite high then, slapped it straight back down. Great run out. South Africa are on the board.
Just the start that they were looking for.
Well, they're to continue here.
Again, another full ball on the legs. Very well played though by Coleman.
And at the end of the first over, the score is 1. A good start, a very good start. They need a lot more of this.
South Africa's minimum requirement here must be at least 1 wicket in over, preferably in the first 4 balls of that over.
Van der Meer here now to continue the bowling for South Africa. Played in the last World Cup. Left arm bowler.
Oh, another chance gone down there. That's 3 the South Africans have missed. Tough chance, but at this level, unfortunately, those are the ones that turn the game around.
The delivery just drifted away a little bit. Jude Coleman had to wait for that delivery. That's a good delivery.
Very good. Came back into the right-hander. Need to build off this pressure that the South Africans are putting on at the moment. Got to turn those chances around.
Cook now facing.
Again, the ball swinging into the right-hander. Started on a different line, though, so much easier to be dealt with. South Africa need a wicket. Change up ball.
Yes, well bowled there. Little bit of a confidence booster this will be. She's got a very nice rhythm with her bowling. Her arm is quite upright. And she's holding the ball from our position very seam up.
Very good change up as well. 2 in-swingers to the previous batsman. Batsman would have communicated. Bowl the change up to the new facing batsman.
Just a little bit short there. They're a little bit confident, the South African girls. I think they're quite confident on this.
Definitely. Good shot by Coleman. Bunting it down into the ground, but awesome fielding. Only 1 stump to hit. Slap down onto the wickets. Close call.
I don't believe Cook has run through hard enough here. The ball there.
Crowd thinks it's out.
They are a very South African crowd, aren't they? This will be a tough call here. Yes, yep. That is out.
Just what South Africa needed. Crucial wicket there, just to swing the momentum back, get Australia back down into minus in this run chase.
I think the key point there for our viewers was that ball was bunted fantastically, but Rebecca Cook did not run it out. If she had run it out, she would have made her ground. Great athletic fielding there by the South African team. They've got Australia in the negatives.
Oh, unfortunate follow-up ball to a wicket there with the pressure that's been built. Don't want to let it slip here.
The terminology we call that is a gore ball. Grab a wicket, bowl a wide. Not really acceptable at the highest level. she'll be disappointed with that herself too. She's bowled a very, very good over. As I said, the average for the Australian team is 36. This is a brilliant start by this South African ladies team.
Another change-up ball, well dealt with though. Run hard all the way through, bunted down for 2. End of the over, Australia are 4 after 2 overs. Just the start South Africa wanted, especially against these 2 batters. Average, as Mark said, of 36, only on 4 after 2. Big pressure here.
Rennie will take over this over here. As I said, I thought she was very, very good when she batted. They'll be looking for something from her. A bit of a slingy action. Fairly clearly acknowledged by Jude Coleman, who nodded her head. That was a very good delivery. Bit of bounce too.
Yes.
As the crowd will be saying, come on, South Africa, let's get going here.
Ball started swinging nice and early. I'm sure if she pitches it up more, it'll swing. Pitch it up a little bit too much there, easy to contend with. Just bunt it down for 2. Lots of time to get through for the run.
Rebecca Cook now to face Rennie. Holding the ball seam up also. Trying to get it right. Oh, that's a very good delivery.
There's that outing we were talking about.
And for our TV audience, you will see how late that ball swings. It swings very, very late. It's light. It's warm in here. A little bit of swing.
Well dealt with and very disciplined by the Australian batters. They know that the run's not on. They didn't try to do anything fancy.
Which was probably the difference in the South African innings. Got to start, didn't respect, made some silly decisions. But that's in the past. South Africa's got their 34. Australia here are sitting on 6, and the South Africans have come to play.
Definitely. Working very, very hard here. Third ball coming up. Slight miss hit there, better scramble for 1. Score moves on to 7. Good hard fight back from South Africa. Disciplined, giving it their all. Just got to start turning those half chances into chances.
And I think Rebecca Cook, now who is the non-striker, she's working hard. That may have been the difference between the 2 disciplines. That's a lovely shot by Jude Coleman. A lovely shot. A little bit wide there by Rennie. She'd been bowling so well. And she knew it too. She just smacked her hands to say, I've got to get this better.
A lot of these indoor cricketers are very hard on themselves. They know exactly what they're capable of. And they obviously don't enjoy it when it doesn't come off or go according to plan.
Oh, well bowled again. I'm impressed with this girl. I really am. I think she's worked hard. She came out with a bit of fight. And this is a very, very good over here.
South Africa just need that wicket for this over. Put Australia back again on the foot.
Rennie to continue. Bit of a change up. Just a little bit short. Just a little bit short. She'd pick Cook coming down the track. A very good over, but they're sitting on 11. Remember, their average is 36.
Big over coming up here for South Africa. Need to bring that score down, get their confidence up, put a bit of pressure on the next pair. Going to the seasoned campaigner by the looks of things. Hilda Ninaber coming into bowl. Years and years of experience. Needs to bring it all together now. Lead from the front and get her team behind her as well as a crowd.
Yes, this needs to be a captain's over. You know, my fellow commentators, we can tell you, it is now for South Africa. Come on, Hilda, you need to carry your country forward in this over. And she starts with a wide, she does. And she'll be asked to re-bowl that too, she has been. as we've told our audience, if you bowl a wide on the 4th, 8th, 12th or 16th over, the batsmen have the discretion to make you to re-bowl that. Rebecca Cook has said re-bowl.
Good thing about Hilda is she doesn't see it as an extra ball. She sees it as an extra opportunity for a wicket.
That is why she's regarded as such a great player. Nice touch there by the girls. The players in indoor cricket in the girls have the ability to feel both sides of their bodies. And the beautiful thing about the game is that you have to bat, bowl and field. Hilda to continue here. Bowling to Jude Coleman. Two of the great players. He's gone to the camera.
Again,
He's
another
good
shot, down and up for 2, but brilliant fielding brings out the third umpire again. I just feel that Hilda's bowling slightly too short to these two batters. Oh, a very difficult call.
Got to be.
Difficult call to see. You hear by the crowd's reaction now. Umpire taking time, doing the right thing.
You're right there, Dino. He's taking time. This is a very crucial decision. South Africa pull Australia back to 10, or they remain on 15. From our position, it is so tight. Normally, under our rules, the benefit would go to the batsman. I believe it is that tight that it is out. Now that could be a turning point here. Hilda does need to get the ball up, but they've got the best two players in this team at sitting at 10. Can South Africa maintain this pressure? Better length. Better length.
Much better. Good pressure here from the South Africans. Another wicket will go down fantastically.
The fielding by the South African girls has kept them in the game. It's been two magnificent run-outs.
Hilda taking her time, thinking of exactly what she's going to do. Again, full. Batters no run, third ball. Fantastic fight back here from the South Africans. Seasoned campaigners, these Australian batters as well.
It is definitely action-packed, isn't it? The crowd, the noise. Hilda's using her vast many years of experience here to take her time and get this right.
See that extra ball I was talking about, Mark? She sees it as a wicket opportunity.
And she got one. If she gets another one now, the crowd will go wild. Beautiful shot. Just probably over-pitched that a little bit more.
Yep.
We have a terminology. You need to bowl, you know, below the hip and above the knees. Make it as tight as you possibly can.
Yep.
Over-pitched then. Very good shot there by Rebecca Cook. Scores back up to 14.
Also compensating, knowing that Hilda's been bowling fuller, coming out, meeting it on the full. Very well played. But another fantastic follow-up delivery. South Africa looking for that last desperate wicket just to keep Australia on single figures here.
Very spirited challenge at the moment from South Africa. Very spirited challenge. Can they maintain it? Can they pick one more up?
They need to. Change up ball slightly shorter, but definitely did enough off the deck to be missed by the batter.
Third ball now. Third ball again. This is a great effort here. You are right, Dino. They need a wicket. They need a wicket now. They need to make this pair here leave the court, put some pressure on the next pair coming in. Crowd goes wild. Great. Good delivery was good. The challenge was good. And that's the end of the over. They've finished on 16. That is a victory to the South African team. Average has been 36. Now they must do the job on the second pair of Kemp and Remington, who are coming out to bat.
Not just that, Mark, they also got to keep going. Although the skins don't count as far as points are concerned, obvious thing here is if they win all their skins, they win the game. So they've got to take that feather in their cap. They've got that first skin, especially against such experienced batters. They've got to keep on working hard now, especially for the second pair. Lucy Goose Neto to bowl to the second batting pair. Start South Africa off here looking for that positive start we've been speaking about.
And Remington, Ricky Lee Remington will face the first delivery here. Her batting partner is Wendy Kemp. Can South Africa maintain this pressure? That is the key.
Expect a lot of change-up deliveries here. Not the best start, not the start that they were looking for, but again, they're going to be pulling them back from that, trying hard, bringing the fielders into play.
Yeah, Lucy just needs to let the game happen. You know, she needs to not try too hard here. They are what we call easy runs.
Yeah.
Just taking the time to get ready now. Lucy continues. Bit short. You see the dive there by Wendy Kemp just to make sure she's got home.
A lot of these players actually practice the dive as well. It's not just something that they come out to the games and do.
She seems to be falling away here, Dino, in her action. She gets to the point of delivery and then drops her arm, which makes it therefore then force the ball down leg. These are gifts for Australia.
Definitely.
No pressure whatsoever being put on these two at the moment.
Much better. Getting it nice and straight, even if it's swinging or not, hold it across the seam, get it straight, bring your fielders into play. Only chance you got is if the batsmen have to play shots.
Score has moved to 23 at the moment. Partnership has scored 7. And that is well played. Again, I think Lucy's just really trying too much. I think your point about cross-seaming and getting it right is where she needs to be. She has not bowled 2 balls in a row in the same spot. That is taking the pressure and making it easier for Australia.
And at this level, it's about that consistency. Unfortunate they're getting encouragement. Obviously no bowler does that on purpose, but this is the crucial time in the game where South Africa need to come back. They need wickets.
I think that was very good of Nell. Come up, just pat her on the back and say, come on, you can get this going.
Wicket chair will turn things around, get her confidence back up.
That is not a great start for South Africa. A good start for New Zealand. For Australia, I should say, at this present moment of time. They've taken 13 runs off the over and have only hit 2 balls. You know, the game can be very, very slip away here. You know, they're bringing Nell on at the moment. I think that's an important move. Let's hope that she can land them. Otherwise, the game will run away very quickly.
Yeah, especially when that score goes over South Africa's target. In the back of the mind, sits always on the players. They need to come back from that. Very difficult.
That's an interesting start. I've just noticed here Nell has decided to bowl round the wicket. You know, to obviously Wendy Kemp. She needs to get a wicket. She needs to be a strike bowler.
Another Close call. Good sharp work from Kirsten Blair, wicket keeper, getting it back to the back net. Third umpire decision pending. Seemed to be a little bit of a googly over there.
She's not in the frame now.
Very close.
Well, if you have a look at this, we're looking on the TV. The bat has slid. It has slid. But the point of contact is the bat is not over the line. This will be an extremely tough call for the umpire here. She's definitely got back, but the bat is slid upwards instead of sliding down.
And that's
that is out. In my opinion, I believe that is out.
And that's the art of diving that I was talking about, where the guys have to practice, Mark. We've seen it in the outdoor games as well, where the guys dive, the corner of the bat or the gloves are on the ground, and with a pivot, the end of the bat that's over the line is still in the air, and that's out.
And the secret to that is to dive sooner, because at the point of contact, your elbow touches the ground, which raises the bat. That is a good start here. Very good start. They need another at least 2. Here we go again, that fantastic phrase, gore ball. Grab a wicket, bowl a wide. It is crucial for South Africa to get this pressure put back on them. It's short again.
Oh. Unfortunate there.
The consistency from the South African bowlers needs to improve. Yeah, build pressure, build it, build it, build it. They have one good ball, one average ball. You've got to get it right. That is well bowled. And brilliant fielding too up front. Brilliant fielding.
Very, very sharp, and that's what they need to keep on doing. They can't give up yet. As close as it is at the moment, we're not even at the halfway stage. South Africa can't give up.
There it is. There it is. That is the pressure. Good hands then taken by Mumberg. Good hands. But Nell has got it right. She's got that bounce right. If I was a South African coach, I'd be making Nell bowl both overs to this pair. They don't look comfortable at all with the bouncing leg spin type bowling. She's a tall girl.
I think you're definitely right there, Mark. We saw in the previous games as well, especially on these type of pitches that have just been newly laid, and there's a really, really deep pile. The slower bowlers are definitely getting more out of it.
That is an excellent over from Nell. An excellent over. Can South Africa maintain this pressure? That'll be the secret. But as I said, if I was a South African coach now, I'd be bowling a bit more of these change-up bowlers, to this pair in particular. Make it as tough as they possibly can.
The key is definitely just going to be wickets at the moment. South Africa need them. Australia can't afford them.
And again, they're picking an experienced campaigner in Henry. She's been around a long time. She has thrown them. She'll bowl to Remington at the moment. I believe 2 wickets from South Africa, and the game is level pegged again.
Also expect a lot of change-up balls.
This is pressure.
And the crowd know it as well, Mark. Getting behind even the dot balls at the moment now.
Remington looks quite composed, but so it's really you've got to force him into making a mistake. Oh. She's now got it back on third ball. As we've explained, on third ball, you need to advance the score. This is a crucial delivery. A wicket here, and the crowds will erupt, and South Africa are back in the game.
This is the pressure we've been talking about.
There it is. Well, we are picking it right, Tino, aren't we? We are saying that if they can get this wicket here, The noise here for our TV audience is deafening. There are people everywhere supporting the South African team. That is a crucial wicket. Another one now, and the game is alive even more.
Crucial wicket, definitely, and early on in the over. Tight call, good ball though, so another dot. Fantastic stuff from the South Africans. Good fight back.
They now just need to maintain this. They must maintain it. That's another great delivery.
Fantastic delivery.
Another third ball. This crowd is so excited at the moment. We as commentators, we've played a lot of indoor cricket we can tell you the pressure. We're feeling it for both teams at the moment. But the South African girls, I feel, seem to want this at the moment. Can they do it? That's out! That is out!
First thought definitely out there, Mark. Umpire just making sure, going upstairs. The crowd's telling you that's definitely out, and that's exactly what South Africa needed.
Again, that back flick from the South African players. That is well and truly out. Here they come. Can the South African ladies pull something back? Two fantastic overs.
Their hearts are racing at the moment. The Australian second batting pair slipped back down into minus.
That's a nice shot. That is a very nice shot. And that is an end of a very, very good over. No, we've still got one to go. I do believe that a wicket here will send this crowd wild, but also create enormous pressure with the 8th over coming up for the last pair.
Good shot to end the over by Kemp for 2. And it was a very closely contended match, much like the games that they played in the past. South Africa or Australia score 100, it's still a close game. Yeah, Australia only chasing 34, and it's still nail-biting.
Dino, would be very interested to see who the South African team go now to bowl this over. If it was me, it would be Van der Meer. I believe that with her bowling, her left arm, the other players struggled. Coleman struggled. They all struggled to her.
Yeah, she's got to use her brain here, though. Her natural ball swinging into these right-handed batters, and then that change-up ball just hitting the deck, pitching, turning away. I think they've got to pull it off here.
Little bit short. Little bit short. They are easy runs for Kemp. We call them the bread and butter shot, and that is a bread and butter. That's a bit of a gift. She needs to continue the good work that her previous bowlers have done. Get South Africa back into this game.
Especially with a change-up ball. If it's too short, it's slow enough, the batters can just wait.
Nice shot there by Remington. The most important thing is the South African ladies are fighting. They are fighting. They have not given up at all.
Again, need another wicket nice and early in this over. Unfortunate leg side there. Relieving a little bit of pressure as well as giving an extra ball. Again.
That is crucial.
What the South Africa need now is a wicket off one of those extra balls to make up for those, but then they still need that other crucial wicket that they would have wanted in this over anyway.
That's 3 in a row here. Again, the game swings, the pendulum swings.
Definitely.
Australians started well, South Africa clawed them back. Australians got off again. They clawed them back. This over, from South Africa's point of view, is a little bit disappointing. They have to get a wicket here.
Change up ball. A little bit too full, easily dealt with by Kemp.
The beautiful thing about the game is with some wides and a good sensible, one moment, 10 balls ago they were on -2. They've now clawed their way to 14 and a team's got a team total of 30. That's a better delivery.
That's just the consistency we've been speaking about as well, Mark. At this level, especially with a low target like that, you have to have a plan and you have to stick to it. Obviously, otherwise it's not going to be executed.
Oh, I agree, and I think that is the one thing that's stopping South Africa. They're only bowling what I call the 40 to maybe 45% of their over is good enough at the moment. It's got to get up to the 70, 80%. Then they can get 100. This is a big over. The Australian team now has moved to 32 runs they have. As we said, psychologically, you always want them chasing.
Yeah.
That's a good delivery again.
You always want them chasing, especially halfway through the innings. Towards the end, slightly different. We saw in the South Africa versus the Invitation Development men's team, the development side were actually ahead. South Africa came back because of the minus rules per wicket, and they managed to win that game. But I think it's just a little bit too soon now in the game.
That was brilliant fielding up the front there. Momberg, that was brilliant.
Oh, she's been good this afternoon, hasn't she?
Yeah, her fielding at that point has been great. Psychologically, they need a wicket to keep them behind. Make it tougher. Can she do it? Well, that's hit her. That's 1 and over. So at the end of the 8th over, the scores are tied. 34 each.
Third pair coming in for Australia. One of the South African players just receiving a little bit of medical attention. Need to regroup. What do you think is that call in the middle going to be now, Bruce?
They need wickets. There's no two ways about it. South Africans have got to put the pressure on. They've got to bring on their best bowlers now. They were wicking take it bowlers. They've got to take a chance now. There's no lying down. They've got to fight for this now.
Exactly the same. Mark was talking earlier on about that psychological advantage of you always want the team to be behind you on a run chase. The third pair coming in, score on 34, chasing 34. The moment just slightly ahead. It's slightly ahead psychologically as well. It's easy to come in this situation. South Africa really need to turn it on hard and take every single chance that they get.
Remember, the benefit of this game is it's -5 every time you go out, so you get 3 wickets. That's 15 runs, and all of a sudden the whole picture changes. So it's never really over.
Especially in such a low-scoring game. 15 runs is half the score.
Nell bowling is a good choice this year. A great over the first time, so they're definitely doing exactly what we said.
Ball just straightening, holding its line, going down leg wide. Not the ideal start, but Nicola Nell, being the seasoned campaigner, will be able to come back from that.
That's the length she wants to bowl. She gets a lot of bounce. She gets a little bit of turn. She bowls the wrong one. She bowls the other one. She's quite a talented bowler. She needs to get wickets for her team now.
Oh, there's that sharp bounce.
Again, awesome bounce. Batsman actually touched that, and it's actually hit the perspex on the back of the court for the camera. Normally that would jump off there, but it's died. So it's the same for both. So just the way it is. too much flight there from Nels. She's got to get it to bounce. She's got to use the turn. She won't be happy with that.
Polkinghorne eliminating that bounce, but charging down the track and meeting the ball before it pitches.